Hey team, welcome to your Yoga Flow Fundamental number 3. In this Yoga Flow, we're going to be exploring all things crescent lunge, including the setup, the leg positions, the position of your feet, and the different arm and torso positions you can do. That way we'll keep it nice and spicy. Yoga Flow Fundamental 1 reviewed Warrior 1, then we did Warrior 2, so now we're on to crescent lunge. As always, do a mobility warm-up, go for a light jog, some type of circular motion, hips, shoulders, and knees, because we are going to get started right away. We're going to do each transitional asana 3 times, and then we're going to hold the highlighted asana for about 2 to 3 breaths, starting in downward facing dog. We are going to talk and walk through this as we go along. And before we begin, I want you to think of something that you're working on. You know, whether it be something, project in your career, in your personal life, just kind of think about and visualize the details of that. And we're gonna do something at the very end of our flow that you might find interesting. So starting in downward facing dog, feet hip width, hands shoulder width apart. Shoulders slide down the back body, but allow a slight protraction of the shoulders so they kind of come a little bit towards the ears. Inhale, the right leg high to the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, take a step. Foot goes between the hands, knees stacked over ankle, back heel is lifted. On your breath, which I believe will be the exhale, drop your back knee. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Chest swoops up, arms reach up. Keep it very simple. As you exhale, hands go right on top of the thighs. Inhale, pressing into the back ball of the foot. That'll bring you into the setup of the runner's lunge or the beginning of a crescent lunge. Knee over ankle, back heel lifted, chest is already up. Inhale, both arms are going to reach overhead. Allow for a little protraction of the shoulders. You don't want to jam your shoulders down the back body quite yet, especially if the arms are overhead. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, plant the palms outside the foot. And we're going to repeat 2 more times. That's twice. So inhale to 3-legged dog, kicking straight back, hip points down. As you exhale, step the foot right between the hands. Right away, drop the back knee. Inhale into your crescent moon. Stay on the back ball of the foot so you get that feeling of balance, and you'll get a little more stretch in the hip flexor. As you exhale, hands go right to the thigh. Inhale, coming to the setup of the crescent lunge, knee over ankle, back heel lifted, chest is up, arms swoop overhead, tailbone lengthens down. Take a big inhale. Exhale, plant the palms right outside the foot. Still in that runner's lunge position, squeezing core. Inhale, kick the legs straight up and back. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Knees stacked over the ankle, back heel lifted. Drop the back knee. Inhale, arms reach straight up. Exhale, hands go to the top of the thigh. Firm the back leg as you inhale, coming into the beginning of your crescent lunge. Arms reach overhead. Let the shoulders come slightly by the ears. Tailbone is lengthening down. Look straight forward. Exhale, plant the palms. Inhale, kick straight back. Hold here for about 2 breaths. One tip for this one is that make sure you want the hip to point down. So imagine a flashlight on your right hip and you're pointing it down towards the mat. As you exhale, take a step, dropping the back knee, coming into your crescent moon. Knee is over the ankle, arms sweep up overhead. Hold here for about 2 breaths. So the purpose of your crescent lunge and or crescent moon is to open up and stretch the hip flexors, strengthen the legs and the core, and it improves balance. Hands go right to the tops of the thighs. As you exhale, coming into the beginning of your crescent lunge, knee is stacked. Front knee obviously over the ankle, spine is nice and vertical, arms sweep up overhead. About 2 breaths. So if you're one of our Vibe and Yoga Fitness students, you want to make sure that we are going to be reaching slightly with the shoulders. So they're not hunching by the ears, but they're definitely not jam-packed. Biceps spiral outward, pinkies in. Lengthening the tailbone towards the mat. Lengthening the spine up. Take a big inhale in your crescent lunge. As you exhale, fingertip the floor. Look forward so you can allow for your fingertips to give you a little more height. As you step, left foot meets right foot. Coming into a chair pose, inhale. Just a quick transition as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palm, step straight back. Working into a graded chaturanga. Sounds French, but it's not, it's Sanskrit. Lower all the way down. Elbows have to hug. They gotta hug your body. Come towards the hips, and then inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck back toes, firm core, firm body, press straight up. Plank position, downward facing dog. We're gonna go right to the other side. So you would consider this part one of your flow, and part two, we're gonna get a little more detailed. You can pedal the feet out a little bit left and right. We are going to the left side. That way we maintain our balance. Don't forget about whatever it is that you were focusing on with the details, whether it be something personal or something for your career, etc., etc. Let's begin. Left leg, inhale. Left leg reaches high, three-legged dog. As you exhale, step the foot between the hands. Knee is over the ankle, back heel lifted. Drop the back knee straight down. Arms are going to swoop up. Inhale, crescent moon, because the knee's down. Exhale. Hands go top of the thigh. You can use this as leverage as you press into the thigh and lift the back leg up. Inhale, coming into the traditional crescent lunge where the knee is stacked, back heel lifted. Exhale, plant both palms. So right now we're working all the transitions that you would traditionally do in a yoga class, doing a dynamic stretch as we do it. Inhale, as you exhale, foot between the hands. That's your setup. Back knee's going to drop. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, hands come to thigh. Spine doesn't do anything, it stays nice and vertical. Shoulders relax down the back body. Firm, pushing into the back ball of the foot, pressing into the lead heel. That was a lot of cueing. Inhale, but you can handle it. Arms sweep overhead. Biceps rotate slightly outward, pinkies in. Exhale, plant the palms. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale. This is your runner's lunge or your low lunge. Drop the back knee. Inhale, arms come up, crescent moon. Exhale, hands to the top of the thigh. Firm the back leg. This is the setup for your crescent lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Arms reach up. Exhale, plant the palm. So now we know the purpose of our crescent lunge is to open up the hip flexors and stretch them. Balance, take a big step. Drop the back knee, and to enjoy the yoga flow, because this is a very transitional pose. Hands come to the tops of the thighs. Exhale, inhale, crescent. You want the tailbone to lengthen downward, not so much that you're like tucking your butt or you're overemphasizing it, but enough that you feel like you're actually lengthening. Exhale, plant the palms, step straight back. Inhale, three-legged dog. Hold it here for about 2 breaths. Pressing into your thumb and index finger. Hip is pointing down. Imagine a flashlight on your left hip, and it's shining all that yoga love on your mat. Take a big exhale. Step foot between the hands. Drop the back knee. Inhale, crescent moon. And we'll talk about some red flags to look out for as you transition to your crescent lunge traditional. So back heel is going to lift. Well, it's already lifted. Your knee is going to lift. Inhale, crescent. Avoid the shoulders going too much by the ears. So slide them a little bit down the back, but not so much that you're jamming them. And avoid the hips tilting back and forth, or the knee being too far forward or too far back. It's just directly over the ankle. Arms reach up, spine is lengthening, look straight forward. Exhale, plant the palms. Fingertip the floor. Right foot meets the left foot. Swooping the arms up. Imagine there's water on your mat. You're going to brush it forward. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Diving forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back. Dropping the knees for our second part of the graded warm-up of Chaturanga Dandasana. Lower down halfway, elbows go towards the hips and towards the lats. Inhale, a version of upward facing dog. Thighs can stay on the floor. Exhale, Tuck back toes, downward facing dog. Woo. Moving on to part B of our flow. So this time you're going to look between the hands, walk, float, or jump feet between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, coming into chair pose. We're going to hover 1 foot off the floor, coming into one-legged chair. Take an inhale. As you exhale, hands come towards heart center. Start to hinge, sending the leg back, coming into a modified warrior 3, not a traditional one quite yet. We're going to explore. And now you know the setup for your crescent lunge. Your knee is going to be stacked over the ankle, back heel lifted, tailbone lengthening, hips facing forward, arms reach up. Let's move through this position and explore. Open up the arms. Inhale. Twist. As you exhale, drop the back knee all the way to the floor, coming into a crescent moon and reaching straight up with the left arm. Exhale. Left elbow comes outside the right knee, coming into a modified version of the prayer twist. Reaching back up with your left arm. Inhale. Right arm is going to reach towards the mat or towards the thigh. Exhale. Coming back through crescent lunge. Inhale, open up. Arms. Exhale, rotate to your right. Inhale, drop. Reaching up. Exhale, swoop. Inhale, reach back up. Retracing your steps. Exhale, crescent. Inhale, open. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, drop. So the back knee will drop. Left arm's going to reach straight up. You've already hit this position before, so your crescent moon legs. As you exhale, because you got crescent moon legs, lean forward slightly. And then last time to reverse the order. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to hold for 2 breaths. Woo. Opening up the back hip flexor feels awesome. Open up the arms. Exhale, twist. So I'm only rotating through my torso. My hips are staying relatively square, reaching in opposite directions. Your back arm, as you drop to your knee, is just going to reach straight down. Now, if you can, reach for the back of the thigh and reach the left arm straight up. Technically, this is your kneeling exalted warrior. As you exhale, lean slightly forward, wrap. You can even do the forearm or perhaps the elbow outside the thigh. Spine is long. The thumbs are coming towards your heart center. Inhale. Lengthen the back leg just for an added challenge. Ooh, yes. Exhale, drop. Reverse. Fingertip the floor. Left foot meets right foot. Inhale, chair pose. As you exhale, you're going to pick up right foot. Just hover. Coming into one-legged chair, hands come towards heart center. Whew, and we're going to hinge. Feels good. Building up a little sweat with this crescent lunge. Step straight back. Again, it's more of a modified warrior 3. And if you don't know what that is, we're going to break it down in a second when we do part 3 of the flow. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, open. Take the twist. This is about where I can go on this side. Inhale, drop the back knee. You know your crescent moon legs are easy. Knee back, knees down, heel lifted, knee stacked, reaching up. Inhale. As you exhale, this elbow, your right elbow, is going to go right outside the thigh. Not too deep of a twist quite yet, because we're working through all these transitional asanas. Inhale, reverse it. So you're going to reach back up. Exhale, coming from crescent moon into crescent lunge. Inhale, open up. Exhale, twist. Spine is still tall. Keep the head nice and lifted as you drop the back knees. That way you can control and glide down, looking straight up. Hand can go towards the floor, towards the thigh. As you exhale, right elbow comes right outside the thigh. Hands go towards heart center, but don't force anything. We're still moving through these asanas dynamically. Inhale, back into your kneeling exalted warrior. Exhale, crescent. Inhale, open up your arms. Exhale, twist. Looking straight forward, glide down. Inhale, exalted warrior, opening up the right hip flexor. As you exhale, torso twist, which is going to get a nice deep stretch in the buttocks and the hip. Last time through, inhale, exalted. Exhale, crescent lunge. Lengthen the tailbone, look straight ahead. Firm your core, improve your balance. Inhale, open up the arms, still keeping my crescent lunge legs. As you exhale, you better keep those crescent lunge legs. Inhale, dropping the back knee. Hold for about 2 breaths. Really reach up. So think more length than a back bend. Hand can go to the opposite thigh, pressing right hip forward, pressing down through left heel, letting the hips drift forward. Exhale, hand starts, then elbow comes outside the thigh. We're here. Relax. Take a big inhale, see if you can twist a little bit more. Option for a challenge to firm the back leg. Look forward. Right foot, I lied, drop the back knee. Then you're gonna look up. Inhale, inhale, exhale, fingertip to the floor. Right foot meets left foot. Brush, chair pose. Inhale, lengthen up. Come to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Part 3 of your flow. And then we're gonna weave it all together. Part 3 of your flow, where we're going to explore crescent lunge even further. Now, you know the purpose is to open up the hip flexor, strengthen leg and core, and improve your balance because you're balancing on 1/3 of your foot. So now we're going to play with balance even more. Brush your fingertips to the floor. Inhale, chair. Exhale, one-legged chair. Inhale, hands come towards heart center. Exhale, we're just going to transition into warrior 3. Upside down, or right side up, letter T. Hip pointing down, very similar to the crescent lunge and the 3-legged dog. As you exhale, left hand goes down on the inside of the foot. Back heel is lifted. Sneak the back leg in just a tiny bit. Right arm's gonna reach up. I'm gonna put a little pump in the left arm, left elbow as you transition through. Open arm twist, reaching straight up on the inhale. Coming into exalted warrior. Exhale, transition back through. And we have 2 more times. Inhale. Reaching up. Again, you can just reach straight down. As you exhale, drop down. The fingertips are going to be used kind of as a bridge or a brace. A little bit of a pump. You can stay here, or I'm going to push up. Imagine someone reaching and grabbing right arm. Continue this windmill action, reaching straight up, lengthening through the spine. Everything stays basic with the legs, fundamental. As you exhale, transition through, spine is tall, and straight down. Hold here for about 2 breaths. Notice that the spine is still long. Don't dump too much into your pelvis, right? So you kind of almost want to lift up slightly. Right arm reaches up. A little bit of a pump just to get a little momentum to help you up. Open arm twist, about 2 breaths. What'll help you here is if you really reach east and west and ground down through the earth. Inhale, reaching up into exalted warrior. The rear hand can touch the back of the thigh, left thigh, and really reach up. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, windmill the arms down. Looking forward, fingertip the floor, left foot meets right foot. Inhale, chair. Exhale, pick up the right leg, hands to heart center. It starts with a hinge, as most things that require the hips. You're gonna hinge at the hip, so left hip's gonna hinge back. Imagine putting left butt cheek on the back wall, kicking straight back, hip points down, grounding down through the 4 corners of your foot. So the big toe, pinky, Inside the heel, outside the heel, lengthen, look straight down, drop straight down. Coming into your crescent lunge legs, I want you to know these basics. Knee over ankle, back heel lifted, spine is long. You're in a low lunge position, left arm's gonna reach up. Give yourself a little momentum here. So a little bit of a pump. Inhale. Keep inhaling as you reach up. Exhale, retrace your steps. You wanna be able to come in and out of these asanas however you please. Forward, backward, all that. Inhale. Coming through, I imagine someone's helping me up. So visualize a best friend. It's like, you got this, because you got this. Transitioning through, I'm just gonna tilt, placing my hands straight on the floor, 2 shoulders in one line, a little bit of a pump, up, and then back. Feels good. A little bit of a twist, a little bit of a side body stretch. Transition through, exhale. Hold for about 2 breaths. So I am visualizing that I'm lifting up as high as I can. Pelvis is slightly lifted. Spine is still lengthening. So still lengthen your spine. Grounding down. Come through, transition through the open arm twist. Spine is tall. And again, on this one, it's more length. So I'm gonna imagine reaching, really reaching. Hold for about 2 breaths. This hand can even come to the thigh. If this is too intense, bring it right to the thigh. Otherwise, looking up, take a big inhale, lengthening, reaching. As you exhale, transition through, windmill the arms. Step forward, right foot meets left foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back. Lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Thighs off. Your hip flexors should be nice and open. As you exhale, tuck back toes. Downward dog. Roll through plank position. Drop both knees. And we have arrived. Now, we're going to take part flow, A of the flow, and part B of the flow, and put it together. Mash it up. Pretty much 1 breath, 1 movement. The first time through, I'll go nice and slow and be very cue specific so you get the basics. Second time, a little less cueing. Third time, it's all you. So it'll be a total of 6 times because you're going right, left, right, left, right, left. You know the crescent lunge details. It's the basics, knee over ankle, back heel lifted, spine is always going to be tall, and I'll give you a few more additional cues to help you through your journey. But everything's pretty much crescent lunge legs, transitioning in and out. Shall we begin? Hands go forward. And I do get a bonus in this one, so pay attention. Tuck back toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. 3-legged dog. Exhale. Take a giant step, coming into your low lunge, dropping the back knee. Inhale, crescent moon. Hands reach straight up, arms reach straight up. Exhale, hands go to the tops of the thighs. Firm the back leg, setting up for your crescent lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. We're going to start mirroring flow B now. Inhale, open up the arms. Exhale, twist. Inhale, coming into your kneeling, exalted warrior. Exhale, right hand outside thigh, coming into the prayer twist. Option to firm the back leg. Bonus, you're going to look forward. Left foot is going to step up to meet right foot. Beautiful. Inhale, coming into chair. Listen carefully. Exhale, left leg will hover. Inhale, start to hinge back. We're going to add on some arms in our warrior 3. Coming into your warrior 3. Inhale, drop into your low lunge. Left hand goes to the floor. A little bit of a pump. Exhale, transitioning through, open arm twist. Inhale, coming into traditional exalted warrior. Exhale, back to crescent lunge. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, plant the palms. Step straight back into downward facing dog. Let's go right to the other side. Inhale, left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, take a step. Drop the back knee, coming into your crescent moon. Inhale, crescent moon, arms reach straight up. Exhale, hands to thigh. Firm the back leg, setting up for your crescent lunge, back heel lifted, knee is stacked. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, open up your arms. Inhale, open arm twist to the left, as far as you can go. Exhale, dropping back knee, reaching up. Inhale, elbow outside thigh. Option on the exhale to firm the back leg. Look down, look forward on your next inhale. Right foot meets left foot. Inhale, come back to center. Pick up right leg, coming into one-legged chair. Exhale, hinge. Coming into warrior three. Inhale, fingertip to floor. Left arm reaches up. A little bit of a pump. Breathing through. Inhale, reach up, exalted warrior. Exhale, back to crescent lunge. Take a big inhale. Exhale, plant the palms. Step back left foot, lower down halfway, adding one vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. So this is going to be like a dance, second time through, fluid with the breath. Pedal the knees out. Let's begin. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge, dropping back knee. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, hand to thigh. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open up your arms. Inhale, open arm twist. Exhale, kneeling exalted warrior. Inhale, left elbow outside thigh. Exhale, twist. Look forward, left foot meets right foot. Inhale, stepping into chair pose, reaching up. Exhale, left leg lifts up. Inhale, hinge, this time hands to heart center. Exhale, low lunge. Right arm reaches up. Inhale, coming through, open arm twist. Exhale, reach up. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, plant the palms. Step straight back. Downward facing dog. Right to the other side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Drop back knee. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, hand at the top of thigh. Set yourself up. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open up your arms really wide. Inhale, twist to your left. Exhale, kneeling exalted warrior. Inhale, right elbow outside left thigh. Take the challenge. Exhale, activate the back leg. Inhale, look forward, step. Arms reach up. Exhale, right leg hovers. Ooh. Inhale, kick back. Ooh, hands to heart center. Coming into warrior three. Exhale, fingertip to floor. A little bit of a pump. Inhale, transitioning through, open arm twist, reaching up. Exhale, crescent lunge, take a big inhale. As you exhale, step back, add the vinyasa, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last time through, here we go. Mostly breath, and we'll memorize the terms. Three-legged dog, step, low lunge, drop back knee, inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, crescent lunge preparation. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open your arms. Inhale, rotate to the right. Exhale, drop back knee, kneeling exalted warrior. Inhale, arm outside thigh. Exhale, firm back leg. Inhale, one breath, one movement. Step, reach, chair. Exhale, hover left leg. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, low lunge. Right arm reaches up into the twist. Inhale, transitioning through into exalted. Exhale, crescent. Take a big inhale. Exhale, plant the palms. Step straight back, down dog. Left leg. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step, drop back knee. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, hand to top of thigh. Prepare yourself. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open arms. Inhale, twist to your left. Exhale, kneeling exalted warrior. Press right hip forward. Inhale, wrap. Arm outside thigh. Option. Exhale, firm back leg. Inhale, one breath, one movement. Chair. Exhale, hover, right leg. Inhale. Warrior three. Exhale. Left arm reaches up, low lunge twist. Inhale, transitioning through. Open arm. Exhale, reach up. Exalted warrior. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale. Plant the palms. Add the vinyasa, lean forward, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale. Tuck back toes, downward facing dog. Drop your knees. Simple cool down. Yay, we made it. So roughly about 30 minutes. If you take out all the talking bits, you can do that flow as many times as you want. We're going to finish with a little breath pattern. Let's take a slight little twist. I'm going to mirror you. Left arm reaches up. Exhale, take the twist. I want you to go back to the beginning of class and throughout and think about that thing that you were thinking about, the details of it, whether it was a project for yourself, whether it be personal, self-improvement, so to speak, or if something for your job, take a twist, or if it's wanting to be better at communication or more compassion for yourself. Take a big inhale, come back to center. Exhale, forward fold. I kind of want you to have that in your mind. We're going to do a little breath work, and I'm going to give you a mantra that might help you. It's in English. It's a mantra that might help you influence yourself to help achieve or finish whatever it is you want to finish with confidence and with joy. So, a little bit of breath work. We're just going to take a big inhale. Imagine something circular, so starting at the belly all the way up to the top of the skull. As you exhale, it's going to go down the spine. I'm going to breathe. It might be maybe 8 seconds up and then 8 seconds down, starting in 3. Relax your shoulders in 2. Take a big inhale, starting at the belly. Top of the skull. As you exhale, down the spine. Inhale, up the belly. Skull. Exhale. Keep breathing, keep that pattern for about 4 to 5 more breaths. Imagine the project, whether it be yourself or your career that you are working on, and I'm going to give you a mantra that you can use when you're in a more open state to help you keep breathing, continue on your journey. So your mantra is going to be, every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. So keep breathing, up and then down. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Keep breathing. Last time. Easy to remember, easy to repeat. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Come back to center. So that's an easy mantra for you to repeat when you're in more of an open state, whether that be after a yoga class, right before you go to sleep, or right when you wake up. And it's very important that you visualize whatever it is that you're working on so that you can kind of attach it to that. And as always, make sure that you're committing action to the visualization, because you can't have one without the other. You got to work for it, but you also got to be imaginative about it as well. Thank you so much for allowing me to teach. We will see you next time for Yoga Flow Fundamental number 4. Namaste.